So DUI charges can be dropped in really an innumerable number of ways, but I'm going to give you 10 ways that a DUI charge can be dropped. Number one would be if the officer made a mistake in reading the implied consent notice to you. Had a case recently where the officer misstated the words. Instead of 0.08 grams alcohol, he said 0.08 grams blood. That was sufficient to win that case. Another case where the officer said that he read out the implied consent notice and said the required state test instead of the requested state test, and that was sufficient there. There's many different other errors they can make on the implied consent notice, but that's a big one. They misread it to you. Number two, if you give a breathalyzer sample and the disparity between the two samples is greater than 0.02, Georgia law prohibits the state from being able to use a breathalyzer, any breathalyzer result, if your two results have a disparity of greater than 0.02. Number three is if your breathalyzer result doesn't have the correct dry gas calibration number. So if you have a breathalyzer result, they should have given you a printout. You can take a look at it, and your dry gas calibration number should be within a certain range, and if it's not within that range, the breathalyzer result's not going to be any good. Number four, just plain old, they don't have a test at all. It's a less safe DUI, which is where the government doesn't have a blood test or a breath test or a urine test, and you are charged with DUI less safe. That's a great opportunity for you to push and get your DUI charge reduced. Number five, this is one you don't see that much, but the officer quits. Happens, not a horrible amount of times, but it happens enough. If time goes by, your officer quits the force and they can't substantiate any of the things that he did because he's no longer on the force. Number six, your blood sample is contaminated or lost. That again does happen. It doesn't happen too much, but you do see it from time to time. Number seven, your breathalyzer machine cannot be certified. The operator wasn't certified on your breathalyzer, or the machine itself hasn't been certified by the Department of Forensic Sciences. Number eight, if you were stopped illegally by the police, they pulled you over for some invalid reason. Number nine, your statute of limitations runs out. On a DUI, the government has 2 years from your arrest to your accusation or basically the charging document being drawn up. If those 2 years run, you win. And of course, number 10, you go to trial and jury acquits you. So those are the 10 ways to beat a DUI in Georgia.